that is a crypto debit card with an offshore bank account. It's a crypto debit card that you can load with USDT on 3 chains, okay, and it's attached to an offshore bank account. Now, so with this project, it enables you to actually load your debit card that's attached to a bank account. So it's not privy to third-party companies like all the other debit cards out there. This one's actually attached to a bank account. Okay, so it's not going to get shut down, in other words. All right. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to sign up, and it's very simple. Okay. So if you see here, I'll leave a link that will actually take you to this page. I'll leave that video description. If you do land on this particular page, all you got to do is click on Create Account. Okay. And once you click on Create Account, it will take you to this page. Okay, now I've pre-filled this just to make it quicker for you. And I've got an email address in here. Now, make sure that when you put your name in here, that it's going to be the same name that you have on your ID. Okay, so you'll need to either use some sort of ID. It'll either be a passport or license, okay, which is just basic KYC. It's what every bank requires. This information is not given to any other country, but it's specifically for just, creating an account, all right? So make sure that the name that you put on here, okay, is the same name that's on your ID, okay? So once you've got your name in here, create a password, make sure that the password has, numbers and letters and at least one lowercase and one uppercase, okay? And one symbol, okay, or character, all right? And you can see I've put in here the United States. Now, if you were using somebody else's link, okay, then you'd put their name and affiliation, okay? And then just click on Agree with Terms and Conditions. I agree with Privacy Policy, and I agree with Wallet Terms, Exchange Terms, okay? And then click on Sign Up. And that will just take a couple of seconds to populate. And then once that's populated, you can see here that it's a confirmation has been sent to my email, okay? So the email that you used in this form, you will need to check your email. Now I've got my email open down here, so I'm just going to open that here, and here it is right here. Okay, so I'll just click on that, and you can click on Control C. I just right click on it and copy. Okay, and that's your verification code. Then just come back here, Control V to paste it in there, and then just click on Confirm. Okay. Okay, congratulations, you've successfully completed sign up to Ultimo. So now you have your account, now you need to sign in, okay? Okay, I'm going to put in the email address, which is obviously one that I just made. Okay, and I'll just put in the password. And sign in. Okay, now it does take a little bit to load, so just have a bit of patience. Won't take that long, but it's going through. Right. So now that we have this page here, what we need to do, the first thing we need to do is we need to fill in the profile registration. Okay, now when you fill this in, it's up here, see it says, please fill in the user information, complete the member registration. So click on this. I'll explain this to you a little bit. Now, it might pre-populate some of you can see it's put my name in here, okay? Now, what you need to do is when you come down to the actual address, make sure it's the address that you want on the card that you want the card sent to, okay? Because this is where the card will be sent to, all right? So I'm just going to quickly fill in this, and I'll fast forward and then I'll go through it a little bit with you. Okay, so let's just quickly go through this. You can see that I've added year. This is for your birth date. Obviously, you need to fill out the valid information for this, because this will line up with when you do the KYC, and you need to actually upload some documents. Okay, so make sure that this is all correct and exactly what is shown on the documents. Okay, so I've chosen the United States, put in my address. This is the address that the card will be sent to. Okay, so it's important to do that. And then the phone number, obviously don't put, I'm in the United States, I've selected that, don't put a 1 also down here, just put your phone number like this, no dashes, just like this, okay? And then once you've got it all, and also I've selected driver's license. So you might have a passport and that's fine. Okay, just make sure that you put in the correct number, all right, and make sure that you use your passport for your verification, okay, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so once you've got all that, just click on update. Oh, this is actually, I'll just put in California for there. Okay, update. Okay, so this is just, I'm actually doing this as a demo account. Okay, so none of this information is actually correct, but this is the way that I'm showing you. Okay, so we're just saving that data. Okay, profile has been successfully updated. Okay, so now that we have this, now we need to come over to the menu here on the left, okay, and we need to click on dashboard. Okay. Okay, so now that we've done that, that's our profile. Now we need to actually apply for the debit card, okay? So if we click up here, you can see easy steps to apply for a debit card. Apply now. Now this is where we're gonna do our KYC, okay? So apply now, click on that. Okay, so please have your passport or ID card ready for identification purposes. Fill out the form with the same information as appears on your identification documents. Okay, paying particular attention to the following. Name, including middle name. So everything that you fill out here needs to be exactly the same as what you use on your ID. Okay, so just remember that's important, because if there's anything that's mismatched, it won't get approved, all right? And then it's a bit of a pain in the ass, all right? So make sure everything's matching your ID that you're going to use, okay? Click on close. Okay, so the card display name will be the name that you've actually used. Okay, mine is obviously Joe Blogs. All right, and the same, put your name again, the same down here. Joe Blogs, married, everything else is pre-filled. Got everything here, make sure the address is correct. Okay, so just make sure that this is the same name that's going to be on your ID that you're going to be used. This is important, okay? And also the address, make sure that the address is here, is where you want the card sent to, okay? Then I agree with card terms, and then I filled out the form, yes, okay, and proceed to next step. Oh, card provider, sorry, I missed that. Where are we? Oh, right here, right at the top here. Okay, so select Visa. Okay, that's the one that you want to select. All right, I missed that bit. Then come down here and proceed to next step. Okay, we should be good to go now. Okay, so here you have to sign. Okay, now you've got 3 signatures. So you can just use, I mean, it depends what you've got. You know, you could be using your hand on a touchpad or whatever. I'm just going to use my mouse on here. Okay, so over here, this is the first one we need to do. This is just for the bank, okay? It's just standard. Okay, so sign this application form. So click on this, okay, and then here, I'm just gonna do Joe. I know it looks a bit rough, doesn't it? But hey, blogs. I mean, obviously you'll be doing a better job than this. This is pretty not so good. Okay, and then confirm using the signature. I'm just going to do JB on the next ones. Okay, so now we need to come down, scroll down till we get to the next one. You can see we've got sign this application form. Okay, so click on that. Do the same here. I'm just going to put JB on here, confirm using the signature. And it'll save that signature. Okay, proceed. So you've done this. So we've got that one signed. We've got this one signed. Now we just need to come down here and click on proceed to next step. Okay, now this is where you need to upload your pictures. Okay, so what you need to do, the best way to do this is just to get your phone, okay, and just take a photo. Make sure it's very clear, all right, of the front of your license or your passport, but the front of your license is the easiest one to use. And then just make sure it's clear. Make sure you can see all the data on it. And then the same with the back. Just turn over the back, and I'll show you what the photos look like. I've obviously put some data over the top, so it's not my real details. And When it comes to holding the actual ID, you have to make sure that when you hold the ID that it's not covering all the details. Okay, so if you've got your hand over it like that, that's no good. You need it so it's, you know, in the corner, which I'll show you. I've got a photo here. Okay, so the first one here is the front. Okay, so I'm using a driver's license. So I'm going to click on this, and I've got the front here. Okay, so this one here. All right, so I've got that. All right, you can see I've just put some details across here, obviously to cover my real details, but that's what you need. So that's the front of my license. The next one is the back. Okay, so I've got the back here. All right, and then the last one is you actually holding that ID. Okay, so I'm going to click on here, and I'm just going to open this just so you can actually see it, like that. Okay, so make sure that when you hold it, you hold the corner of it. Okay, and that so all the details are clear. Okay, because if those are not clear, then it will get rejected. So make sure everything's clear, everything can be seen. Okay, so we're just going to select that, and then we're going to upload and go next down here. Okay, congratulations. Right, your debit card application has been submitted and is currently under review. So this usually takes 1 to 2 days before it gets approved. Okay, and then once it gets approved, it actually says 2 to 3 business days. So it depends on when you actually do it and when they're actually, you know, batch processing. Okay, so now once this has been approved, you will receive an email. Okay, and it will come to you, you'll receive an email, you'll click on that, and then you'll have the option to pay for the card. Now, the card is $600, however, which is really cool, is the card comes preloaded with $150. Okay, so it's actually only $450. And if you know anything about offshore accounts, that is like cheap. It's very hard to get an offshore account with a debit card. Remember, this debit card you can use anywhere in the world, it's Visa. Okay, I use, look, I'll show you here, I'll just cover that out. I've got mine here. I use it for everything. I use it for shopping. I even buy food at the supermarket. Yeah, it will cost you $600, and so once you get the email, but you can try logging into your account. If you just log into your account, you know, every couple of days, you'll probably find that it'll show you, it'll come up with a pop-up, and it'll say that you can actually pay for the card. And to pay for it, you can use USDT on the Binance Smart Chain, okay, on the Ethereum blockchain, and on the Tron chain. Just make sure that whatever network you send out from the exchange where you've purchased the USDT, make sure it's the same one that you send to. Make sure it's the same one selected here, same address. Okay, so it's either Binance Smart Chain, the Ethereum blockchain, or the Tron chain. Okay, so if I go to deposit, just let this load. I'll just show you here. I've got to sign in. I was logged out because I've been on this account. It's been in the browser for a while, so it always takes a little bit to load. Okay, so if I click on deposit here, so this is how you actually load your card once you've got it. So you can here select, see it's USDT, and you can select the network. So you've got the 3 here. So if you're sending from Coinbase, you'd obviously select ERC20. If you've got Binance Smart Chain, you'd select BEP20, and if you've got using Tron, TRC20. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory. So I hope that's helped, and I'm sure you will enjoy your card and your account. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I will see you hopefully in the next video.